Welcome back, everybody, back to the Men's Empowerment Movement. I'm KB, author of Millennium Women, Gender Assassination, the plot to destroy all things male, and Millennium Women, War on Men, Bully Tactics is why their independence is failing them in their relationship and how to be empowered. You can get that on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles. It's going to be out next month. All right, let's get into it. First, I need y'all to hit that little subscribe button, guys, and I appreciate that. Now, today's topic is women's emotional insensitivity needs are the root of all evil to men and the reason why there's a Mgtow movement. Women's emotional insensitivity needs are the root of all evil to men and the reason why there's a Mgtow movement. Let's get into it. I know you're saying, why are women's emotions evil? Well, it's like this, okay? By women being sensitive and emotional, we in this society are giving women free passes to bully men, to disrespect men, and to go into power unabated, to give women breaks, preferential treatment, treat them with kid gloves, okay, all kind of privileges over men for being emotional and sensitive, okay? And that emotional and sensitivity need has led to men's demise, downfall, and destruction. And women have empowered themselves over men because of it. That's why, okay, it's the root of all evil to men. Because men are always getting the short end of the stick. They're always being vilified and demonized because of it. And women are always getting preferential treatment and special privileges because of it. So it's a win-win for women and a lose-lose for men in a so-called equal society. See, that just shows you that we're not equal. If anything, men are the ones who need to be screaming for equality. If you look around today, fellas, men are the ones who don't have equality. Men are the ones who are fighting for equality, not women. They've gotten all the advantages and special privileges over men. All the advantages. So therefore, that's why it's the root of all evil. Women are out here screaming, oh, we want equality, we want this, we want to empower ourselves, as if they're being depressed or suppressed or oppressed, okay, by men. When in reality, it's the opposite. Look around society and tell me what advantage a woman has, or tell me what advantage a man has over a woman. Go to the court. Who believe that lie? No man have no chance in hell in a court against a woman. Why? Her emotional sensitivity needs. See, go to court, go to child support court, go to divorce court, go to any type of court, domestic violence court, and automatically you are deemed villain number one. They don't even have suspect. They don't have defendant. You're villain number one. Okay? Because that's the way you're going to get viewed by the court system. Okay? Let's go to domestic violence. Okay? Women do a lot of the hitting first, more than men. But if you hit her back, you're the abuser. You're the villain. Why? Because her emotional insensitivity needs. Because she gets a break. She gets a pass if she hits you. He gets a trip to the joint if he hit her back for defending himself. So her emotional and sensitivity needs has trumped his rights. Because they're saying that because she's sensitive and emotional, you can't do anything about it. You can't talk to her in a tough way. You can't hit her back and even defend yourself against her. That's why it's root of all evil. Okay? Now, let's go to jobs, economic situations. Okay? What do we say when we see a single mother? We want to give her a break. We want to try to help her up, a helping hand. Okay? You know, you go into a job interview and this single mother here versus this single guy here, and She may get the job. Why? Oh, we got to be emotional and sensitive to her needs because she got kids. What does that have to do with the job? Nothing. So she got a promotion or a break over him because of her emotional sensitivity needs, because we're looking at, hey, we got to be sensitive to her and give her a break because, she got a child to feed. As if somehow that's his fault. Because 9 times out of 10, she went out there and did wrong. Had a baby, and then she's getting rewarded for it because of her emotional sensitivity needs. He can go to hell, is the way they see it. See? So therefore, fellas, if you look at every aspect of your life in dealing with a woman, it always comes back to one thing and one thing only. The reason why you are always getting the short end of the stick, frustrated, have no equality for you, your equality has been revoked, called unequaled, okay, is because why? Of her emotional and sensitivity needs. Oh, we got to give her a break. She's sensitive. She got kids, we just got to, help her out and give her a helping hand. You lose. Let's take, abuse, bully situations. A woman do something wrong. She's sitting on the stand in court, or she's sitting, police, or she's sitting in the office, for disciplinary actions. And, we got to treat her with kid gloves, We got to give her, make sure we're not too tough on her. We got to treat her childlike. Why? Because of her emotional and sensitivity needs. Fellas, this is your true problem with a woman. This is behind all your frustration. This is behind all your agony and pain. This is behind all your injustice and inequality that's being put on you. Her emotional and sensitivity needs are always put into play when things go wrong for her, which gives her an advantage over you. So if she does wrong, let's treat her with kid gloves. So now we're supposed to treat this strong, independent woman who's a very serious competitor to men, who's equal to him in every way, like a child. Okay? What do you think you're saying when you're saying treat her with kid gloves? What's this kid? The key word is kid. We got to treat her like a kid. Why? Because she just may cry. We don't want her crying. But I thought we were equal. See, men's equality are the ones in jeopardy, not women's. Men have one who's behind the 8 ball. Men are the ones who are taking the brunt of her, abuse, bullying, and everything else. Why? One reason and one reason only. Her emotional insensitivity needs. That's been the root. Fellas, look back through your life. Look back through society. Look back all the injustice you've gotten. Look back at the Mgtow movement. Look at you guys and say, why did you leave this woman? Why are you going your own way? Why? Because she's always getting the benefit of the doubt over you. She can talk to you any kind of way she wants to. She can disrespect you. She can cheat on you and we give her a break. She can do everything, she can do anything she wants to you. And you can't do it back to her. Now, why you can't do the same thing she just did you back to her? Her emotional insensitivity needs. We have to be careful not to offend her. Okay? We got to be careful not to come across as sexist to her. Why? Because she's emotional and sensitive. Well, over here, enough is enough. Okay? Enough of taking advantage of being a woman. Okay? That's part of this book. Taking advantage of being a woman. Now, what is taking advantage of being a woman? Now, I got this term, believe it or not, from an old, cowboy movie. Okay? Now, this guy had the woman in the house, and and he was, I guess shooting at her boyfriend or whatever, but like he was in the house with her like some type of, bandit or whatever. Okay, now, these cats going at it, the villain and the boyfriend going at it, but she was saying things, nasty, disrespectful things to this guy, and he couldn't do nothing about it. Okay? Only one reason. So he turns to her and says, "It seems to me you like taking advantage of being a woman, huh?" In other words, he couldn't knock the hell out of her because she was hitting him with things and throwing things at him. And I thought, that's exactly what women do in today's society. So nothing has changed. They've been doing this for years. In other words, what they're doing is they figure that they can do whatever, bully you, hit you, abuse you, disrespect you, be sexist against you, but you can't do the same thing back to them. Why? Because of her emotional insensitivity needs. We don't want to appear as if we're beating up on a poor defenseless woman. She's sensitive. She's emotional. So we have to treat her accordingly to how she feels, regardless of what she's doing, regardless of her actions, regardless that she's a grown-ass woman. That's the root of all evil, okay, to men. Because the situation is that if women are saying they're strong, independent, equal to men in every way, and a very serious competitor, because they're trying to eat your lunch, if they can jump behind the emotional card when it don't favor them, or even when it favors them. Because in these instances, it favors them. Being a victim favors them. Why? Because they're getting ready to get special privileges and preferential treatment because of it. Over a man. Even though she's wrong. Even though she's bullying. Abusive. Okay? With the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard situation, she turned out to be the abuser after she went out there and vilified him to the media, got him fired off the movie Pirates of the Caribbean, okay? She said, while she was talking to Johnny Depp, nobody's going to believe you. They're going to believe me. They're going to be more sensitive to me because I'm a woman, so nobody's going to believe you. She forgot she was being recorded. Okay? But that just shows you the mentality of women and how they take advantage of being a woman because they know you can't defend yourself or fight back against her. Like the woman in the cowboy movie. She knew he couldn't fight back against her, so she was doing all kind of crazy stuff to him. That's how women do men today. They've been doing it for years, centuries. Okay? That they are the ones who do the attacking, and they are the ones who do the abusing because they know that you can't defend yourself. They know that you can't fight back because of their emotional sensitivity needs. Everybody going to be sensitive to her needs, okay, because she's a woman. So she uses it to her advantage by taking advantage of being a woman. Okay, now there's a recent thing in the news that happened, the other day. Okay, it was a black guy, and he was in a park. He was videotaping a woman with her dog. She had her dog off the leash. Well, it's a white lady. Now, he said, you need to put your dog on the leash. So he was videotaping her. So she gets all upset, gets in his face. He tells her to back up from me, right? She said, I'm going to call the cops on you and say you are attacking me, okay? And you are threatening me. Now, there was no threat. She was actually threatening him. Okay, so she got mad because he was videotaping her. Because her dog was off the chain, off the leash in Central Park, which she's supposed to have him on a leash. But she felt entitled that she can do that. But she also felt that this man shouldn't be able to say nothing to her. Shouldn't be able to, you know what I'm saying, dispute her wrongness. Okay? Now, was there a little racism to it? Sure. Because she said this. I'm gonna call the cops on you. So she actually did. And said, I got this African American guy and he's threatening me. It was a lie. Now, why did she do that? Because she knew that they would believe her over him. So she used it to her advantage. So that's taking advantage of being a woman. Okay? So she used it to try to get him locked up. Okay? She tried to make herself out to be a victim because she figured that the black man would be demonized and vilified for attacking the white woman. Let's keep it real. That's what it was about. You know, we don't sugarcoat nothing over here. Okay? Now, she forgot she's being videotaped. And she's saying all this stuff on camera. But that's the reason why she wanted to be videotaped and try to stop him. She came up to his face, you know, pointed in his face. Now, you know, I won't get too much into the race thing, but it was about more of sexism, reversed. Okay? This guy shouldn't be telling her what to do. She's a woman, she's a princess, she's a queen. She can do what the hell she want to do. Including let her dog off the leash and potentially to bite some damn body. Now, the videotape went viral. Her job got a hold of the videotape and justice was served because they fired her ass. And well, they should have for making that false claim to the police to say this man was threatening her and attacking her when in reality, it was her threatening him and trying to attack him. And if he hadn't had the camera, he would have went to jail. See, because a lot of guys don't have cameras. That's why I tell you guys, the way to defend yourself is to have a camera. But I'm going to touch on that in a minute. But she took advantage of being a woman by calling the police on a man with a lie because she know that they would believe her and be sensitive to her and her emotions because this guy is threatening her. The root of all evil, like I said. Now, she came on TV after getting fired from a job and apologized. Said she was wrong. Yeah. She apologized because she got caught. She apologized because she got fired. She was trying to get that man locked up on a lie based upon, hey, he's attacking me, he's threatening me, so I'm sensitive and poor, I'm a victim. Emotional and sensitivity needs. The root of all evil to men. See how she tried to get him in trouble by telling that lie, and if he hadn't had that camera, he would have went to jail? It's the root of all evil. That's what I said, that's what I meant. All who don't like it, I don't give a damn. Okay? That's how they taking men down, fellas. That's how they taking you down. And you got to stand up for yourself. So, okay, I had a situation where a woman got all irate, act, crazy and things of that sort in a relationship back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And what I do? I pulled out my video camera. Everybody got one. And you should have seen her. She was enraged, going crazy and acting, emotional, just but in a hysterical way. She wanted to fight. I know I can't win the fight. I know if I do anything, I'm going to jail. So I pulled out my camera to show everybody this rage that she had. Because, women got a way of going behind you, telling everybody you the villain, you the abuser, you the demon, when actually they are the ones who's doing it. So I wanted to get proof. I wanted to protect myself. So I videotaped it. And she ran and scattered like a roach just turning on the light. I exposed the devil. When I turned the video camera on, she was in the middle of a sentence and she stopped and turned away, her face away from the camera and ran like a rat. Fellas, you gotta protect yourself. Okay? And that is how you protect yourself against a woman. who's emotional and sensitive and outraged about towards you, who can easily lie on you, use her emotion and sensitivity need because she know people are going to take her to the side. What do you think of doing in rape cases? Okay? In rape cases, you are automatically deemed villain. Me too. Believe her. Why? Her emotional sensitivity needs. Okay? Because in a rape case, they blur out the woman's face. But they smear the hell out the man and say she's a victim. So if she's a victim and her face is blurred out for a potential juror, what does that look like? He's guilty as hell. So let's lock him up. Because now he got an uphill battle because they gave her preferential treatment and favoritism, okay, for being a woman. Sensitive issues is rape, that is. See? That's what I'm talking about. Every advantage they have is because of their emotional and sensitivity needs. Every disadvantage a man has is because of her emotional and sensitivity needs. So I say, we got to stop caring about her emotional and sensitivity needs when she's a strong, independent woman who's equal to men in every way, okay, a very serious competitor. That's what she says. And that's what she'll be treated as over here. Okay? So when she starts this emotional sensitivity thing, I say, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn that you're emotional. You're a strong, evil competitor, and you know what I'm saying? And you have to stand on your own 2 feet. Just like the equal woman you said you are. So I'm not going to treat you with kid gloves. I'm not giving you the benefit of the doubt for your emotional sensitivity needs because that is my demise. That is my destruction. That is my downfall as a man. And fellas, that is yours. And it always have been and always will be as long as you're willing to give her a break and a free pass for her emotions. And she's going to use it by taking advantage of being a woman. So you have to stop that in its tracks. The strong, independent woman is not your enemy. She's actually your friend because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Because this woman has a conflict. Okay? She's playing both sides. She says she's strong and independent and equal and a very serious competitor on one side. Then she says she's emotional and sensitive on this side. And a victim. Those two conflict. Okay? So you use this one, the strong, independent woman, to shut her up on this one, to take her down on this one, because this is the one that's hurting you. This is the one taking you down, the sensitive woman. She's got a double life, a double personality. All women have it. And they use the emotional sensitivity side. It's like good cop, bad cop. She gonna use this one to take you down. She gonna use this one to empower herself. You lose both times. All the time. That's why the Mgtow movement was created, and that's why the Mgtow movement, those guys are frustrated, and that's why they go on their own way. Because of the emotional and sensitivity needs that they can't fight, that's been destroying them. Okay? So the enemy, which is the independent woman who's a competitor, of my enemy, the one with the victim woman, okay, of emotional sensitivity needs, is my friend. So I'm going to tell everybody, every woman, you are a strong, independent woman who's a very serious competitor to men, which in turn, shut this down over here. This thing gonna let you be the victim. You're not gonna play this schizophrenic game with us no damn more. That's what they've been playing with you, fellas. A schizo game. Okay? That's what they've been playing with you. She been acting like a damn schizo, Sybil. Those who don't know who Sybil is, okay? Woman had about 1,000 of her personality. You didn't know who the hell she was. But that's the way women are playing. Okay? So I'm saying to you guys, keep her the independent, strong woman who's a very serious competitor to men. How can she go against herself and say, I'm not that? when she's playing the weak victim role over here, using her emotional sensitivities need to try to take you down. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. That's how you use that to fight back. Okay? So, I'm gonna wrap this thing up, fellas. Remember, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. The strong, independent, equal woman who's a very serious competitor to men is my friend, because she's going to be the one to take down the evil sister, the evil twin over here, the emotional and sensitivity need, the victim, which is the one who's destroying you because she can't fight her back. She get everybody against you. She get all laws changed against her, against you, and on her side. The root of all evil. So, like, comment, subscribe, fellas, and share the video. Till the next episode, I'll holler.